Welcome friends. Today we will be learning how to import data from Excel to R. As you know, Excel is a spreadsheet and is available in almost all the computers. It is easier to type the data, copy and paste the data in Excel than it is in R. So if we can use this feature of converting or calling data from Excel to R, that would have been a very nice development which will take place. Fortunately, this option is available in R to call data from Excel. But for that, we have some specialties to be done. Before we write the command, we have to get the data set in Excel. So suppose this is the data set that we have in Excel. As you can see, the names of some companies are there, and there are two variables. One is X1 and another is X2, and these are the values under the variables. So first what we need to do is that we have to save this data set somewhere. Especially if you have an Excel file which you want to convert or call in R, it is gainful or recommended that you save this data set in My Documents or Documents folder of your computer. You can save it elsewhere also and call in R. There is no such issue. But it is if it is you save it in My Documents, then you don't have to write the entire path. Otherwise, if you save it in read drive in some folder, then you have to give the path when you call the file. Otherwise, directly by file name, if it is in My Documents or Documents of your computer, then by file name itself, R will be able to call it. So what we do, we file and then we go to file and then we click on Save As. When you go to Save As, here you see current folder is Documents. So I click on Documents. In my computer, it's called Documents. Some of your computers, it may be My Documents or any other name. So that one, which is the default saving location of your computer. So there and Documents, you give the name of the file. Give a small name because you have to type the file name. So you don't give a big name with a lot of underscore or gaps. Just give a very simple name. For example, here I have given a name market to the file, but the file extension should be CSV, comma delimited. You see this one, not as Excel file like Excel X or XLS, not like that. You have to save it as CSV. This is mandatory, CSV file, because R can call only CSV files. It cannot call an Excel file directly. So it should be saved in CSV format. This is the most important step. So click on CSV and then click on save. So just you click on save. So already I have the file saved as this name. So they are asking to replace. Yes, I click yes. But for if you are saving for the first time, this option will not come. Some features in your workbook might be lost if you save it in CSV format. They are telling, do you want to keep using this format? Click yes. Oh, so that is done. Because I will not do any computation in R because, in Excel file, but I will have it in R. So what I do is that after saving I close the window. But before saving, just remember that these are the name of the variables, company, X1 and X2. These are the name of the variables here. These are all text. These are all numbers. So this is the situation. So my file is saved in CSV format. I am satisfied. So I close the window. Do you want to save? Already it is saved. Click on don't save. Okay, fine. So this is your attendance. So we may come back here in the R console. In the R console, we are now calling the data set which is already typed in R. For that, what I write, I give a name to this data set. I may give name data, I may give name data1, I may give name D1, anything, or I may give D also. Okay, now comes the command. This command is actually this is a very small command, read.csv. So you are telling R that you read a CSV file, and then you have to give the file name within inverted quotes. That is, if you remember, the file name is market. So market is the file name, and then .csv that you have to write because that is the extension of the file. If it is an Excel file and you write .xl or XLS, it will not be able to read the file. It can read only CSV files. And then you have header equal to, you may write TRUE all in cap, or you may write only T. That is okay. Now once you do this, then you actually enter cursor appearing, means this has been read very successfully. Otherwise there would be an error message. If you write a file name which is not available in my documents or documents, then here you will get an error message. For example, let me check. For example, I write suppose market 1, but there is no file in named market 1. So in that case, what I get, let me see. You see error file, it is unable to open the file, unable to read the file because there is no such file of market 1. Okay, no need to confuse. Let us come back to this command, and this is the situation. Okay, market 1 does not read, so I may clear my screen. Control L, I clear the screen, and then I go back to the command market and CSV. Now cursor is once again free to take the commands. Now what happens? See, if I type the data and press enter, it shows me the data. You see, it has got the data. 15 values are there, name of the companies are here, x1 and x2 values are there. So I have got my data. Okay, fine. So these are some cement companies. It seems Ambuja, Cheke, Star Cement, India Cement. Okay, India Cement is the sponsor of what? India Cements. India Cements is the sponsor of Chennai Super Kings cricket team. So anyways, so they are the title sponsor. So anyways, so this is the data set. Now this data set is coming as a bunch together. You cannot do analysis in it because they are not separate. For example, suppose I write, give a plot command, plot, let me write plot command, plot x1, x2, plot. So x1, x2 data is there. It should work, but no, it is not working because it is unable to find x1 and x2 because data is there, but it has not been identified under the variables. To do this, we use a command which is called as attach. Attach data. What does it attach data? Here you see one fine thing is there. Read CSV market.csv. Okay, file name is there. That is fine. I could have put the bracket here, but I have written header equal to true. That means this company, this is the header of these values. X1, this is the header of these values. X2, this is the header of these values. So that information I am passing to R. That information will be used in attach data command. In attach data, why it is attached? That means it will now put this name of the companies under the company variable, values of these under the x1 variable, and values of these under the x2 variable. Now this is done. How do I believe that what I was telling was correct? That means now if I give a plot command x1, x2, I think I will get the plot. Yes, I have got the plot. So these x1, x2 values are now plotted. That means what did not happen earlier, after the attach data command, this is working. So this is the way in which you can actually call an Excel file in R. So this is the process. Now if you want to see the individual variable like x1, so you can type here x1, press enter and check it out. Like x1. So I have typed in x1. So look at this. So these values, same values, which is 2, 3, 6, 4, 12, which appeared here, are now showing 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, which appeared here is now showing here. Okay, last value 13, 7, 10. So you see 7, 10, 13. So this one. Now that it has got the data, variables have got the data. So this is a way in which you can successfully transfer an Excel file to R. Thanks for watching the video. Enjoy.